May pushed past her and tumbled down the stairs. The three ghosts were close at her heels. She had only one thought in her head. She had to escape from them. When she reached the first floor, May crashed through the double doors and raced down the hallway. She kept trying the doors, but found all of them locked. Eventually, she found a janitor's closet that was open. She ducked inside and slammed the door behind her. Then, she piled up some old chairs against the door, barricading herself inside. Then, she breathed a sigh of relief. All of a sudden, May heard the sound of heavy footsteps coming down the hallway. Clump, 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 clump. She trembled with every step. Just then, she heard a tapping sound behind her. She twirled around, and her eyes grew wide with fright as she saw a deformed face pressed up against the window. It was the face of Alice. Her face was scrunched up against the glass, and she was slapping her hand against the rain-soaked window. Her mouth was still moving, and she seemed to be saying something May couldn't make out. May was almost crying now. She was in a pit of despair. Why are they chasing me? She thought. What's happening? That's all too terrible. May screamed and lifting up a chair, she smashed the window. The glass shattered and Alice's deformed face disappeared back into the rain. May collapsed to the floor, shaking and trembling. What could have made the three lovely girls turn into such terrible ghosts? She thought about the glass ball. Where had it came from? Could it be responsible for all this madness? Perhaps if she was able to break that glass ball, all of this would end. May's mind was filled with questions. But for now, this was the only answer. When May woke up, it was morning. The wind was blowing through the broken window, and she was shivering with the cold. She listened at the door, but she couldn't hear anything. She pulled away the chairs and opened the door and cautiously peeked out. The hallway was empty. Everything was silent. Sarah and Alice were nowhere in sight. May took a deep breath and made her way down the corridor to the stairs. She slowly walked up the steps and came to the door of her room. When she peeked inside, what she saw made her immediately tense up. Jane was crouching in the corner, her eyes still dull and her hands still covered in blood. She was still chewing on a severed arm. When she looked up, Jane stopped chewing and slowly got to her feet. She threw her head back, let out a strange laugh, "Ha!" and said, "May." "Don't come near me!" May shouted. Jane was gliding slowly across the room, closing in. "What do you want from me?" May cried. Your life, your death. Jane laughed. Ha 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 ha! Advancing step by step. Why? Asked May. We're like sisters, aren't we? Said Jane. All four of us should be together. Now that three of us have become ghosts, don't you want to join us? No! May shouted, violently shaking her head. We're all under the influence of the glass ball. It has turned us all into ghosts. Everyone in the university. You're the odd one out. We want you to stay with us. We want you to join us. May rushed across the room and grabbed the glass ball. She felt it in her hands. She looked at it, still exuding a strange shimmer. Just destroy it, she thought. Then everything will be over. May held the glass ball above her head, and with all her strength, she dashed it against the ground. The glass ball smashed into a million tiny pieces, and a pool of glowing liquid spread across the floor. It's over, she thought. It's all over. We're safe now. May leaned against the wall and let out a long sigh of relief. However, the next second, she stared in horror because she saw the pool of liquid from the glass ball growing larger and larger. It spread out across the floor, blocking her escape. All of a sudden, the liquid formed into a bloody hand that stretched out to her. The next day, the police came to the university and found it inexplicably empty. Every single student and teacher had disappeared.